Picture this. A single mom in Ohio is sitting at her kitchen table at midnight, staring at a stack of bills, trying to figure out which ones she can delay without getting her lights shut off. At the exact same time, a guy in Miami is scrolling through a real estate app on his phone, debating whether to buy his third vacation property in cash. So what does life actually look like at every pay level in America? Not the Instagram version, not the politician's version. The real, unfiltered truth about what your paycheck buys you, takes from you, and turns you into. Because here's what nobody tells you. The money you earn doesn't just determine what you can buy. It shapes how you think, how you sleep, how long you live, and what you believe is possible. We start at the bottom. The federal minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour. That's about $15,000 a year if you work full-time. At this level, you're not living, you're surviving. You're choosing between the electric bill and groceries. You're riding the bus 90 minutes each way because you can't afford a car payment, insurance, and gas at the same time. At $15,000 a year, you don't have a budget. You have a crisis rotation. Every unexpected expense, a flat tire, a toothache, a broken phone, becomes an emergency that can take months to recover from. And the psychological weight is crushing. You feel invisible. And the worst part? Around 850,000 American hourly workers are stuck right here, earning at or below the federal minimum wage. Now let's move up. $30,000 a year. That's roughly $2,500 a month before taxes. After taxes and deductions, you're probably taking home around $1,950. Average rent in America right now is about $1,700 a month. You do the math. At $30,000, you're technically above the poverty line, but you feel broke every single day. You might have a car, but it's old and unreliable. You might have an apartment, but only with a roommate. Savings? Almost non-existent. You've got maybe $400 in your bank account, and you're one bad week away from zero. This is the life of roughly 30 million Americans. They go to work every day, they play by the rules, and they still can't get ahead. At $50,000, things start to shift, but not as much as you'd think. This is close to the median individual income in America. You can afford your own small apartment in most mid-sized cities. You've got a decent car. You can eat out once or twice a week without panicking. But you're still not saving much. Maybe $100 to $200 a month if you're disciplined. A real vacation? Maybe one a year, and you're probably putting part of it on a credit card. At this level, you look fine on the surface. But underneath, you're one layoff, one medical bill, or one car accident away from a financial spiral. Now, $75,000. This is where breathing room starts. You can rent a nice one-bedroom in most cities or even buy a modest home in affordable areas. You're contributing something to a 401k. You can handle a $1,000 emergency without borrowing. Date nights, a gym membership, streaming services, all manageable. But here's the trap. This is where lifestyle inflation sneaks in. You upgrade the car. You eat out more. You start comparing yourself to people who make twice what you make. And suddenly, $75,000 feels tight, not because it is, but because you've expanded your spending to match your income. At $100,000, you've crossed a psychological barrier. Only about 18% of individual Americans earn six figures. You can live comfortably in most cities. You can save, invest, and take real vacations. You've probably got decent health insurance, a newer car, and a retirement account that's actually growing. But here's the twist. Nearly 36% of households earning $100,000 or more still say they live paycheck to paycheck. How? Bigger house, nicer car, private school, designer clothes, subscription creep. The money goes up and the spending goes up to meet it. $150,000 to $200,000. Now you're in the top 10 to 15% of earners. This is upper middle class territory. You're living in a nice home, probably in a good school district. Your family takes 2 or 3 vacations a year. You max out your 401k. You've got investments outside of retirement. You're not worried about rent or groceries or gas. But you're probably paying $40,000 to $60,000 a year in taxes. And in expensive cities like New York, San Francisco, or Miami, this income still doesn't make you feel wealthy. You're comfortable, but you're not free. $250,000. Top 5% of American households. At this level, you've got options most people never experience. A nice home, possibly a second property. College savings accounts for the kids that are actually on track. You eat where you want, fly when you want, and you rarely check the price tag on day-to-day purchases. But taxes hit hard. You're likely handing over $70,000 to $90,000 a year between federal, state, and local. And here's what most people on the outside don't realize. At $250,000, the pressure doesn't disappear. It transforms. Now it's performance pressure. Fear of losing what you've built. The constant grind to maintain the lifestyle. The social circles demand more. The neighborhood demands more. Your kids' expectations demand more. So even at the top 5%, the treadmill keeps spinning. $500,000 and above. Now you're in the top 1 to 2%. Life looks dramatically different. Multiple properties, luxury vehicles, first-class everything. Your kids attend elite schools. Your financial advisor calls you, not the other way around. You have access to investments most people don't even know exist. Private equity, syndications, pre-IPO deals. But over 60% of people earning above $300,000 carry credit card debt. Even at $500,000, poor money habits will eat you alive. And then there's the top 1%. That threshold sits around $660,000 in household income. But for the truly elite, the top 0.1%, it's $2.8 million or more. At this level, money works for you 24 hours a day. You own businesses. You own real estate portfolios. You have teams managing your wealth. You're not trading time for money anymore. You're trading strategy for freedom. So what's the real lesson here? It's not about how much you make. It's about the gap between what you earn and what you keep. Someone making $80,000 with no debt, a paid-off car, and a solid investment plan will retire richer than someone making $200,000 who spends every dollar. Your income is a tool. Your behavior is the blueprint. And at every level, the people who win are the ones who refuse to let their lifestyle swallow their paycheck. If this hit home for you, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.